Okay, I was just reading back through comments, and I didn't notice that the stream had died, so I was trying to comment on a bunch of stuff about different off-kilter games like Killer 7 you had mentioned. So I don't know how much I was talking about that got cut off, but yeah, they're I don't know if I already said it, but to reiterate, adding games to that to play one day list is totally fine, because there will always be time to get around to most stuff eventually. It's not like every year a whole ton of games that you really want to play, that really grab you, come out, so sometimes it is just better to go back in time and try and find something that you really would like to sit down and be able to play. Yeah, I've played Killer 7 before. Yeah, when we were exchanging notes before, we'd both listed out a bunch of games. So, I'm looking forward to playing the Cat Lady sometime. And Lisa, I'd like to get to that. I don't know how long that'll take to get through, but it's definitely something I would like to get to. Might start it this weekend.
So this changeling will replace the condemned?
Look, y'all, here comes a warden. I'm going to test you now. Will you answer? I'll try to do my best. Tell me, how do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of a wardenkin? Well? Known. Whoops, I almost just knocked my water off the bed. That would have been fine. It's sealed, but it would have been loud and the pup's trying to sleep. Known by their hands, for they are butchers. Known by their eyes, for they are surgeons. So you do know. Now I'm ready to speak to you, but don't cross me or I could get very, very angry very, very quickly. I'm not going to tease you.
What?
Uncle Barack, we've had an extraordinary lady guest come by. Is she still here? No. She went to the town jail, and she was so angry. She's ordered to unlock the termitary, so there was no one there to escape anyway. What else did she say? She said she'll punish those who are responsible for this big time. It won't be easy to find out who's to blame, I told her. She'll crack the puzzle, though, I think. I thought everyone knew who issued the order to lock up the termitary. Well, I don't, but the guest said she would find out. Ugh, she's so menacing. All I wanted was to shrink into a very, very tiny little thing. That's how scared I was. And I'm not one to get scared easily. It's strange she has left you here. Okie doke. We're going on our Inquisitor Wild Goose Chase today. I don't think I would have said that Taya was creepy. She's definitely very serious. Inquisitor Wild Goose Chase. I should have talked to Taya twice, because I think that there's something else I can do for her today. Please?
Misfortunes never come alone. That's what Dad used to say.
The kin is all riled up. Won't be long before there's unrest. Why is the kin riled up? A sacrifice was made yesterday, and who do you think they used? A supreme, a Bos Primigenius went to the slab. Everything was supposed to change, yet nothing has. It means the warden is a false one. What warden? Foreman Oyan. It was he that opened the Supreme up, but nothing happened. The plague didn't stop. Perhaps he's simply a bad warden, otherwise the lines would have extended. The sacred blood of the Supreme would have cured the world, but no such luck. So the foreman is back. Since last night, That's when the Supreme was brought in from the steppe, right through the gorge. He was so huge. I've seen a Supreme's shadow for the first time in my life, and my Odongs keep saying it will be the last too. You wouldn't happen to know as to how I could get to the foreman, would you, Mother Superior? I wouldn't. So what do we do? The worms opened a bowl yesterday too, you know, and they claim their sacrifice has made a difference. Is that possible? It's just idle talk, I think, and it'll do them more harm than good. Perhaps you could find out what they've done. They're on the upper floor of the short block, hiding from the wrath of the kin. How will it make them come to harm? The foreman says they've messed up his sacrifice. According to him, he was cutting the Supreme open, and all was fine, but then they've desecrated the rite by opening a bowl up at the Ragi Barrow. That made the lines that are supposed to be separate cross. Could you ask them if it's true? I'm dying to know. I'll try. Okie doke. So good thing I returned to Taya. I thought she had a quest for us today, because I think in the later days she pretty much does every day, or you at least talk to her every day on point of one quest or another. So good thing I remembered to do that and actually went back, because I wouldn't have liked to come all the way back out here for nothing. So I guess I'll do this first, because then I don't have to come back here. Although, I think the Inquisitor probably sends us back to Taya again later. Okay, this is when I was thinking of that had you running around through plague clouds up here. I thought it was Clara's run, but it looks like it's Barak. So I'm gonna load up on immunity, because I think there's one plague cloud that you cannot avoid around here. So far so good. Oops. Here comes you. Yes, tell me why you opened up a bowl yesterday. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's not super impressive, but you know, it's it's definitely unusual and different, so it's a big area, so if you don't know exactly where you're going, it could take a long time to explore. To fulfill what was preordained, it is not forbidden. Even children are allowed to do day molding. Fill Bosturak's belly with Suok's gruel, and evil will go. Has your sacrifice made a difference in the world? We've summoned a colossal envoy from beyond. It's unlike us. It's not human. That's interesting. Go on. The one that we have summoned is destined to restore justice, to fight Suok, to be felled by a warden's hand, to become the true sacrifice. Wait, why are you saying this? Because that is what's written in the Tale of the Sons. Their death will achieve what yesterday's one hasn't. The one we have summoned was needed, and so they have come. We have done a good deed. Who is he? We do not know. So you haven't desecrated the rite. We would not dare, Oinon. What for? We do not know how. We were doing a good deed. Okay, I believe you. Okay. Back to Taya. You can get plague clouded from beneath the floor as well, so you have to be careful around plague clouds just always. So that one I just walked through. I probably would have gotten infected if I hadn't been wearing all this stuff that I just put on. Oh, it actually didn't get hit at all, so that's good too. Alright. Oops. Wasn't ready for that. The guards didn't seem to see that guy at all. I think I'm supposed to return to Taya after this. Whoops.
So this changeling will replace the condemned?
Okay. There were no mistakes or foul play, and no attempts to perform the rite at all. So it's the foreman who's the problem. We'll need to hold council and let every person left here know. That's just how it is. Our warden is lousy and false, not a warden at all. A true warden would have driven the plague away. Who knows? Double check that this is all done. Yesterday's sacrifice was not a mockery of the rite commonly held within the abattoir. Most likely it was the other way around. The Odong brutes at the Ragibaro have managed to accomplish more than the fearsome foreman Oyan. This does indeed lead us to an obvious conclusion. Okay, so off to the council. Oh, that was kind of weird. So part of our main quest is to find the Inquisitor, but we also have the Inquisitor's quest once we meet her, so... I assumed Daniel started a quest and he kinda started the main quest. At least telling us that we had to find the Inquisitor, but good thing I didn't go to the Inquisitor first. So I probably would have just left confused. Can't talk to him. Well, I'll take the walnuts. I guess I'm gonna head to that one shop, because I need food. I have nothing. Whoops. Alright, let's catch up on what I've missed. Okay. I think I'll duck through here really quick and head to this tailor's shop. And then I'll hit the food shop that's on the other side of these houses. Ooh, my nose itches. Yeah, prices are way down today. Yesterday these orange pills were worth 2k, now they're only worth 1200. So prices dropped significantly. It's almost by half. So it definitely would have been the day to stock up on food if any of the shops had any. Just fish. I do have a lockpick now, so I'm not completely, like, left in the dirt, but milk. Better than nothing, right? I could sell them for more tomorrow, but I just don't want them in my inventory. Wherever, whatever, I'll be I've already played the Cat Lady before. I've only played it once and it was a while ago, so I probably don't remember most of the puzzles anymore because they were all very unusual. So some of them took a bit of time to figure out in the first place. I probably played it 4 years ago. And I'd be ready to give it another run. Some of the text in that game is fantastic. I love a lot of the concepts. It's very artsy and weird, but definitely a fantastic game. Vaguely want the orange pill. How many do I have? I have 16. I don't need to get every single one I see. Alright, so we're going back up this way. Just keep walking. Save before we round this corner. Should have figured. Another lockpick. That is pretty fantastic. We're accumulating quite a few hearts. Yes. I'm so going to mine a ton of powders. I think I'll go in this shop really quick. I think I've... Oh no, I think I did skip this one earlier, so we'll see if he has anything. Peanuts. Better than nothing, but I'm not really happy that we got no food. No food today in any of the shops. I checked all of them. This side? Well, she's not here. Justice and equity. These are the principles that a lawful emissary of the powers that be follows. Are you sure? The government inquisitor will conduct a swift investigation, find the culprits, and make a public example of them. Rightly so, if you ask me, sir. Which culprits? Hundreds of crimes have been committed here recently. I mean this jail, sir. There's been a mass imprisonment of innocent townsfolk, senseless violence, unlawful methods, criminal negligence that led to the contamination of a cell and numerous deaths. The culprit must be punished. And here I thought it's you and the likes of you that are actually guilty of unlawful violence. Not by choice, sir. We were acting under direct orders, sir. We were not ordered to think, sir. You were one philosopher, mate. Where's the Inquisitor? I ain't no mate of yours. And stop with the snarling. You ain't my boss. You cooked your own goose, and now you're making fun of an honest patrol person? Calm down, will you? Where's the Inquisitor? Her Excellency has left for the leech of an usurer's hideout to interrogate him. The one that was at the root of all that arson mess. Well, they'll fashion themselves with hempen cravats now. Arson is bad, mate. Aren't you fierce? So off to the Hump's house. I liked Killer 7. That's another really artsy and weird game. But I never played all of it. Just probably like the first couple hours. Because I was gonna play it with a friend, but we never finished it. Because that was like one of their favorite games. Jeez, what is with this corner and angel clouds? Okay, and it's gone. Yeah, I guess in Pathologic 2, or whatever they're gonna end up naming it, there's supposed to be something about the plague clouds. Well, I guess in like the marble nest, they're gonna use that kind of scheme where there will be all kinds of different ways that the plague clouds manifest that will be really different than what they did in the original here, so I'll have to see what they decide to do with that. I liked the concept of having to look at it to keep it still from the marble nest, but it was a really stressful gameplay mechanic, so we'll just have to see how that turns out. I think she's upstairs, if I remember correctly. Yes. Oh no, I have no idea what's going on either. Talk to the guy over there, although I doubt he's going to be any more help to you than I am, but I'm only here out of a sense of camaraderie. That's commendable. Probably the guy out here that I have to talk to, but I just wanted to see if he said something different. You're here for the same reason as we are, aren't you? Seems like we'll have to wait some more. Hopefully we'll get a chance to neutralize her with a single strike. Sever her spine with a precise scalpel slice, so to speak. Undercut her. What? Aglia vowed to punish the Canes for persecuting Reuben and thus allegedly preventing him from making the medicine that could save us all. Can you imagine? The hypocrisy. Oh, we'll stand up to her. How is that hypocritical? Oh, a medicine like that would be extremely disadvantageous to Aglia. Seems like that is something she should be striving to find, doesn't it? But I promise you, if she finds out that someone's crossed her, well, let's just say I don't envy the bastard. Poor Reuben. You weren't assisting him, I hope. How is that possible? Isn't the Inquisitor here to fight the epidemic? She is and she isn't. It's exactly like you say, on paper, but in reality an unsolicited assistant is the worst enemy to this proud woman. No, I don't understand this at all. You need proof? Speak to Victor then. We were only here as a resistance force. To hell with the upcoming tyranny. To hell with the hypocritical investigators covering up personal agendas. Such an Inquisitor will do nothing for our town. I hope Victor's in. Our Inquisitor Wild Goose Chase. A certain red cat from a certain cartoon starring a very scaredy pink dog? Yes. I love that cat. He was just called Cats, if I believe. To be correct. Victor will be the one to make the blow. He knows how to cool down this emissary's ardor. I still don't get it. What are you lot doing here? We were late. We came when it was all over. She dealt with the attack, ordered to seize the hunchback, and went away. You wanted to kill her? No, of course not. Killing an Inquisitor? Ha! What for, anyway? We're not killers. We wanted to expose her true intentions. A plan exposed in less than half a plan. I wish you luck. Ugh. Off to the Canes. How many more things could they call a razor in the second game? I thought I saw the edge of a plague cloud for a second there. But I'm apparently crazy. I don't need a merit arm. We've got a few. 6. That's more than a few. Back to Victor. Oh yeah. Yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog is quite nostalgic. I haven't seen it in such a long time.
The true way to be deceived is to think oneself more knowing than others.
So I'm sure there are quite a few things from it that I've completely forgotten, but I do remember a lot of the big greats, like Freaky Fred. He was fantastic. Duck Lick Whack. And Kiss Kissay. You see, Barack, the wheel of fortune takes unexpected turns every now and then. What a strange coincidence. Is it even a coincidence at all? We were expecting the experienced Orf for the resolute Karminski, and yet they've sent Aglia Lilik of all people. Oops, I almost tore my headset off. Ugh. How is it strange? Well, for one thing, Aglia Lilik is my late wife's sister. We could think ourselves lucky were it not for an old mutual grudge between the sisters that persisted despite the difference in age. It's a terrible, hopeless feud that even the elder sister's death has done nothing to assuage. Is it a coincidence? I fear that too many personal interests will get in the way of Aglia's duty here. None of these personal interests being remotely favorable for us. I think Aglia Lilik regards this expedition as a mere pretext for revenge. Upon whom? Upon my late wife and her elder sister, or rather what's left of her. Who would allow an Inquisitor to use their mission for settling personal scores? Not a who, a what. Despair. I have recently come to know that Aglia Lilik has been sentenced to death for her affinity to schemes and hidden agendas. Dare I add, only a miracle can save her from the scaffold. It's easy to get carried away in a situation like this. One may as well be hanged for a sheep as a lamb. How could anyone have assigned a mission like this to her then? There are 3 possibilities here. 1. My information is incorrect. 2. She has come here of her own accord, having disposed of the real Inquisitor and usurped their authority. If anything, she has nothing to lose anymore. But that's too hard to believe. Well, what about the 3rd possibility? The 3rd and most likely possibility is that the powers that be have granted Aglia Lilik a last chance to redeem herself by giving her an all but hopeless mission. It makes sense. Her chances of survival here are quite low to begin with. This version seems to be the best one for us, and the worst one for you. Why? Because the last thing she needs is competition, my friend. An Inquisitor's job is to find a bold solution to an impossible problem. A solution so smart, so outside the box, that its very outlandishness, provided of course that it proves efficient, would more than justify their acting with impunity. That's why they are needed in the first place. You've robbed Aglia of the chance to prove her worth, and I'm afraid she's already aware of that. I'm no competitor to her. What about your panacea? The Bachelor has told me there's only one tiny step left for you to make. If that is not the solution to the problem, what is? Were it not for these unfortunate tribulations poor Dr. Rubin had to go through because of us, you would have created it already, wouldn't you? No, I wouldn't have. Well, then you can stand before the Inquisitor with a clear conscience. You won't be able to avoid it anyway, unless you're considering fleeing the town, of course. I'm considering nothing of the sort. She's probably already at the cathedral. All I can do is wish you luck. Fortune has been kind to you of late. Perhaps it will continue to shower you with its abundant gifts. If you go to the cathedral, I'd say the odds of your survival and non-detainment are 3 to 7. I should hope so. Oh yeah, you probably do then. That is a good amount of courage right there. That's pretty fantastic to hear. It's always just like great when you find something that you adore that much.
People never cease to amaze me. I know too little about the limits of what is possible.
The power that makes some of us submit to the will of another is overwhelming, isn't it? Who can call themselves free in our time? Each of us is a mere pawn in someone else's game. Each is blind and deceived. Deceit isn't so easy. The proud bachelor who had just been speaking to me is absolutely convinced that he's free, but my worst misgivings have come true. He was nothing but a puppet in the hands of the powers that be. The target he's chosen at someone else's advice was worthy, but his righteous arrow returned to strike him in the back. I don't understand. Abusing someone else's integrity is despicable. Despicable, and I know who's behind all that. Those that have secured my fate will not hesitate to condemn the other envoys. One of them has already entered the stage. The other is making the final preparations. I can already hear the clanking of his battalion's guns. And so the Inquisitor finds herself trapped between a learned man and a destroyer. Is this whole scene nothing but an act? I've heard that Inquisitors always have a hidden agenda.
I haven't slept for 3 nights in a row. I don't think I'll manage another one.
And what can he who is called a Haruspex, a warden, and the Ripper offer me? I wanted to introduce myself. Looks like it's unnecessary.
So, you're on the verge of my future breakthrough?
I wanted to explain myself. Explain yourself, your very self. How curious. Speak. I've found myself rather preoccupied with matters of identity lately. Seems like I've abandoned those matters all too early, seeing what they have done to me. Our conversation is taking a strange turn. No, it isn't. Your father had invited you to his own funeral, and so you arrived, only to find him murdered. Then you came into an inheritance, saddled with an obligation to save a creature that you know nothing about, by making a panacea. It's also warned you of a sacrifice it will inevitably require. Is that correct? It is. So they've made you invent a panacea, an unexpected move. How could anyone make me? You were masterfully led to this conclusion by the circumstances. You consider the creation of a panacea your principal goal, and do you really believe it was your idea all along? There is no other way to cure the one I must cure. Who told you that? You don't even know who it is, and I suspect it's not even human. This is where metaphors come in. I have been preparing for this visit, you see. I've studied these rituals. They are all symbolic. Makes sense, but why go looking for someone to blame? Oh please, no one is blaming anyone here. Who in the world would call you guilty? The powers that be tricked you. You were set up. Who led you onto this path? Who was this malicious influence? You were but a pawn in their clumsy hands, a tool for someone else's execution. I do as I see fit. I choose my own path. If someone wants to use my choices for their scheming, so be it. That's some nerve, or am I missing something? Listen to me. You silly man. You've been played, manipulated. My position comes with perks, facts, access to information. Don't you believe me? Do you need proof? If someone works my part into their play, that's on them. I am only responsible for my own choices. A worthy answer. You seem visibly shaken. Why? It's strange. I've never thought of it like that before. Is it really that simple? Being yourself isn't simple. Incredible. Let me take a closer look at you. Perhaps you were sent to me by fate. Wait, I need to think. Take your time. And no need to worry about formalities. I prefer honesty to politeness. Yes, here's what I think. The Bachelor told me you needed a man-bull hybrid. I have a theory. Go to the abattoir. It won't be closed. All entrances and exits are open on account of my arrival. I see. Everyone who survived the termitary lockdown is going back there. Use this to your advantage. Go to Foreman Oyan. Ask him about aurochses. Demand a part of the bull that I know was slaughtered here yesterday. Go. Why the long face? Go, go, before it's too late. Okay, I have no idea what just happened, but I'm on my way. Ooh. The town.
They've grown up and grown tired of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the character model for the Inquisitor as well. Why are you giving me that look? I love giving people looks. That's such a strange thing to say. So I guess I have to do this first before I get the Inquisitor's other quest, because I'm pretty sure that today... You know what? It might be a quest that I don't usually do. Yeah, I wish that there were different updates to the map every single day like that, instead of just toward the end. I mean, it does take a long time for things to actually come together in this game, but I'm hoping that they don't make the mind map too gimmicky and that it'll actually be a really cool addition to this game. Because the way they've done mind maps in video games in the past, or in some things, sometimes they're just not used that well. I totally know where I'm going. I do. I might not do the other quest. Or I'll save before I do it, and I'll do it, but I don't think I'm going to save that I've done it. It's an optional quest. I don't remember getting anything out of it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Well, that sucked. And I got nothing out of it. A heart. I probably do want to go that way instead of this way, because this way is much longer, but we're gonna go this way. Yeah, I think it would be very easy to mess up the mind map as well. I feel like they're probably going to do something really interesting with it. I didn't like it in the Marble Nest. I didn't think it was helpful. Just because I liked the setup of the quest log in this, where it reminds you of where you just were, and reminds you of where you were headed. So, if you are just kind of wandering around and it just suddenly occurs to you, where am I going? You can just check it really quick. I could not do that in the Marble Nest. I often forgot where I was going and had no idea. I would just spin around in circles and be like, I don't know. I'm wandering. I haven't saved in a while. Shoot. And that rat is coming right for me. Crap, crap, crap. Crap. Okay. That, Angel Cloud didn't get me for some reason. I'm gonna do a new save. Pretty sure I didn't get infected. My hunger meter's getting very high. I need food. Not drugs. Food. I'm not gonna try to go that way again. We're going this way. Like we did the first time. Maybe I should trade for some food. Of course he doesn't have any. Finally break down and I'm gonna get it, and it's not even there. I want some fresh meat. We're gonna trade for something. We're going big. Better than nothing, or should I wait until I have the fresh meat? So I know there was one back here that had a fresh meat because I remember scoffing. Like, I'm not trading for that. But the rate that my hunger meter's going up, I'm trading for that. We'll go around and kill that arsonist really quick. Oh no, did somebody get him? It wasn't an arsonist at all? Oh no, he's right there. Don't kill him yet. We just saved. I just, in the marble nest, I kept wandering around looking at things. So, I wandered around for a considerable amount of time, and then, was like, oh, I should probably get back on track, eh? And, oh no, don't kill him. He didn't have anything. Collecting hearts. And like 50 coins. Rarg. I'm going this way because I want to check all these guards up here at this junction and see if any of them keeps reloading until that arsonist has fresh meat. Ah, rat. I can duck into that shop. Okay. Well, I want to see if he has a bandage first, too. Okay. He's got fish. I guess I could waste some money on it. I guess. It's cheap today. Just to get my hunger down. Oh, looks like it is nothing. Good. Oops. Okay. Don't they begin... Isn't it the 9th, 10th, 11th that they are? Maybe not. No, I think they are the 9th, 10th, 11th. Because I think today we just kind of like get sent away because he thinks that we're stupid. And then tomorrow we have to prove ourselves. And then he starts the trials. Something like that. And here we are in the abattoir. Where a worm is running into a butcher who is not getting out of his way. Just looking at rocks, no big deal. Worm looking at a wall and then running away. Fun stuff. It always takes so long to walk in through here that look at him walking into a wall. That's hysterical. Oh, Twitch just randomly scrolled down again all by itself. There's no point to walking up there. But you can. I think you can even hop down and hurt yourself. If you do so choose. Walking through here when you're in a hurry is just horrible.
Was it not the last Udur?
Okay, let me move this over. Scroll Twitch back up. Oh, I was just looking at some of the patterns on the walls. I know that you're not supposed to go that way, and if you like go out, then you have to walk really far back, so You definitely don't want to walk out and then end up like way out in the steppe by the cemetery. I know who you are, kindred one. Do you know how to address me? You are Oya, Namenku, and the foreman of the abattoir. Then ask, tell me what an aurochs is. Aurochs is the name given to a kindred bull by merchants of old. We call him Bos Primigenius to honor the knowledgeable one that has shown him to us. I know of that name. His mother is Badho's flesh and blood. His form congruent to the universe. His lines are the lines of the world. There is nothing in the world that is not contained within the body of a supreme. His white flesh tells the march of time. His blue flesh rules waters and rains. His brown flesh keeps in the heat. I am aware of that. Aware? What are you aware of? Are you aware that his ribs are the mountain ridges? That his skull is the firmament? His juices are rivers? His hair is herbs and grass and roots. His voice is the song of Badho. His seed the joy of Badho's veins. His black blood the time and memory of our earth. Are you aware of that? So you've opened up a supreme not so long ago, haven't you? I have, as was my right. Who else but I, a warden, the foreman of the abattoir, is to open a supreme's lines up? Give me a gulp of his blood. You are impudent, son of Badho. Aren't you pushing it? I act in the name of the one who sent me. You know what emissary came to the town last night. I know that all too well. Let it be so then. I will give you as much blood as you can carry away in your cupped palm. It is the price I am willing to pay to buy us peace and get rid of the emissary. I know neither of you nor of your name, and so you will get not a single drop more. Give me your hand. I am Artemi Barak, son of Isidore Barak. You know both me and my name. Okie doke.
Be brief, kindred one. You are unwanted here.
How much blood do you have left? You've asked too many questions, kindred one. Be on your way. Yet you haven't answered. Yeah, I was just having too much of a time watching the worms and the butchers walk into walls. There's just nothing that's much better than that. And platforms that go nowhere. Boo-doo-boo-boo. Which way I want to go out? Because I'm supposed to go... I guess it doesn't matter. And there he is, still running into that platform. And now he has a friend. Cries. No, I think our new friend is a Twitch viewer. At least I don't believe that they were on the Discord server. I haven't talked to them specifically. Oh, a rat. Don't see me. I do want this black twire. Abattoir blood, a vessel with precious contents, almost hot to the touch. The blood inside flows slowly and seems to be viscous and transparent, reminiscent of the rare twire sap. Okay, so... Yes, that's who we were talking about. Okay, so yeah, we are supposed to go back and make the panacea. I wasn't sure if we had to go and show her the blood first, but I was thinking that it probably didn't matter if we did that or not. She only cares about the panacea. I almost walked right into that plague cloud. I wish there were more arsonists about. I don't want the swevery. Oh, rat. Oh, that's not good either. Oh shoot, that rat. Of all the combination of things. I apparently haven't been picking up that many bottles today. Which I probably don't really need to pick up anymore. I probably don't need any more bandages than I have. Am I going to continue to collect them? Yes. Until I have oh so many. Yeah, 81 bottles of water. That's just sort of ridiculous. I didn't pick that up, did I? Because my inventory is full. Not that I need another bottle. It's just saying how I don't need any more, and okay. Oh, I guess I have to drop things. Make make a mixture. Messes this up. Oh, I did mess it up. What was I supposed to do? Do I remember? No. Okay. Oh, I really have to catch up with the conversation. It's like off the page. Okay, so there was a picture posted? Oh yeah, I'm not a meme person. Yeah, I don't really internet that much unless it's like to specifically look up something or don't even really watch YouTube videos or anything, so I'm just kind of stuck in my own world of things. Oh yeah, it doesn't bother me either. I just, I don't know any memes or anything. I don't really understand, like what the difference between just a funny picture is and what a meme is. I guess that's, something. Oh, I didn't even realize. I've just been like, I looked away to look at the comments that you guys had posted, and okay. Oh my goodness, I'm sitting here again. While it was loading, I totally looked away. And I totally like forgot what I need to mix in order to make a panacea. I'll think of it eventually. And I might have to reload Twitch. Plus an infected organ. That, could try it. But yeah, I've only had a Discord account, until recently as well, so... Nope, it won't let me, I was pretty sure you had to make a mixture of some sort. And I made a real one, didn't I? Do I have to mix an infected organ with it first? Make a dead gruel. Somehow I feel like that's not gonna work either. Yeah, it won't let me put it in there. I'm like totally blanking on what goes into it. Yeah, I totally don't remember. Let's see if it reminds me somewhere. The purest death gruel. Natural vaccine based on the blood. So I was pretty sure it was a twyrin extract in the blood, but why didn't that work the first time? Did I accidentally do something different? So I swear that's what happened the first time. Does it have a % chance that it doesn't work? Oh, I don't know. That was weird. I must have accidentally put an infected organ in there the first time. Or I, 'cause I swear I tried the blood in a twyrin extract and it didn't work. Spooky. Spooky weird stuff. And now we're gonna return to the Inquisitor to show her that we made Panacea. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, and that's what I thought I tried the first time, but good thing I tried it again. Because that's what I was positive I tried the first time and it didn't work for some reason. It didn't work because I must have either pulled one of the items out without realizing it, or I accidentally put a heart in instead of the blood. Either way, a little crazy. Just a little. My pup is starting to whine a little bit though, so to try and hurry on our way. It's getting close to when he would want to eat, so okay. Run through the step a little bit. Yeah, I definitely want to look now and see what I did. Because I was pretty positive that I put the blood and a Twire mixture in there. Pretty positive. Oh, I picked up peanuts. Very good. Okay, I am straight shot. Straight there, so... it worked out, that's all that matters. Poor pup. He's just crying. Haven't you had enough pathologic for one day? Feed me. Our crying is starting to become a little bit more urgent. Poor pup.
There's little time left, and I still need to do so much.
Why are you giving me that look? I'm back. I've made the panacea. Here it is. The foreman provided me with a handful of steaming aurochs blood. Alright. I'll see if I can, get him to stop for a second. Just 1 second. I wanna play for, like, a little bit longer. It's beautiful. Let me take a closer look. I never thought it would be like this. I pictured a vial, but the contents, who could have known it would be filled with medicine rather than poison? Oops. Tried to get some ginger water and I drew up nothing. It's just empty. That wasn't what I expected either. Ginger water to the rescue. Okay, that'll tide him over for like 30 seconds. Let's see if we can... What are you talking about? Death, what else? It brings life, not death. And it is you I should thank for it. You have nothing to thank me for. Try one more time. Oh, he stopped. And the source material you've made it from is very rare. The town will be gone long before they produce an artificial equivalent in the capital, and I'm describing the best possible scenario here. Wait, if it weren't for you, I would never have fulfilled my duty as a son. You can't possibly imagine how much it means to me. I can, but don't be rash. Perhaps the panacea has nothing to do with your Udurg. Do you believe in the Udurg? I believe in you. This is not an answer. Do you believe the sought one to be an Udurg? Bleh. Do you take superstitions seriously? Definitely. Everything has a hidden meaning. Lies do not exist, and neither is it possible to invent a fantasy. Myths are always true. All you need is to find the right interpretation. As for your panacea, it will yet be of use to all of us. You have my gratitude, Uglia. And now we have a bowl that the town is lying on top of.
There's little time left, and I still need to do so much.
Maybe he's trying to say something. Not through the step, Mom. There is one last thing. It has to be done before sunset. I've been told you are a brave man. I am. Before we can announce to the powers that be that the cure for the disease has been found, I meant to announce that you found it. It has to be tested. I'll need someone to do the job, someone I can trust. I would test it myself, but they're unlikely to believe me. Are you ready to test your creation? I am. Then you'll have to get infected and wait for the critical stage. The experiment will have to be observed, of course. Take the panacea only after you begin to fade. Then the executors will acknowledge that it works. How shall we arrange this? I've notified the executors that are on duty at the hospital. I think the place used to serve a different purpose before. Oh yes, the theater. They've been informed. They will bear witness to you getting infected and recovering. Executors the only ones wearing bird masks. I know. So I'm gonna save here and I'll go do the quest so it can be seen what it's like to do it, but I'm not going to save because you have to use your panacea that you just made, and I'm not all about that. It's good, our exhaustion is pretty high, so I'll be able to sleep and do the end of the day video as well. Although I'm probably gonna start his day 8 with the end of the day video, like I did this time. Now I have to carry around powder and panacea. Oh, I guess I don't need to collect items because I'm not saving. So it's silly to collect water. It's silly to collect water bottles anyway right now because I have 80 of them. I'll have to watch your masterpiece clip once I'm done streaming. I'm surely going to enjoy that. Ah. I'll let him kill him. Oh! Oh my goodness. Nothing like making this take twice as long as it needs to. As long as my pup doesn't start whining, or I'm just gonna end the stream. I don't want to do this side quest anyway. Maybe I'll go down this stairway instead. Yeah, Revenge of the Rock is right. Man. That sounds file is definitely like, I will not be silenced! Revenge! Now the question is, because I don't remember, is the executor inside the theater, in front of it, or behind it? Oh my goodness. I'm just going to keep on my merry way. I vaguely remember him being behind it for some reason. But no, there he is. And please welcome Artemy Barak, the Haruspex, the ripper of our good fortune. You were successful, I take it. Yes, I was. I didn't expect Aglia to be so selfless. Doesn't look like her, really. Is it possible there's foul play here? Don't you get smart on me. So the only thing left to do is to test the panacea, right? And then notifying the powers that be of your success. Spot on. Hey, no need to hurry. There's many a slip twixt the cup and the lip. Theory is one thing, but harsh, heartless reality is quite a different beast. What looks great under a microscope may go out with a puff when taken into clumsy human hands. And what is the clumsy human left with? Nil, Nada, nothing. Oh well. So I'm infecting you, right? Ready? Ready. So it worked, didn't it? Looks like it. Gotta return to the Inquisitor now. And not get infected on our way. Look, I cured the plague. Dies of plague. How did that not infect me? I walked right through that plague cloud. It didn't appear to change anything that I used the panacea, so it only like wrote into the quest journal that I got infected. So talking to the executor didn't seem to move the story. I probably could have stayed infected, but it gave us like 50% infection, so it probably wouldn't have been worth it to stay infected. Although I could have probably waited to use the panacea until I was here, so then I didn't have to worry about being infected on the way back. So that's a thought for next time.
People never cease to amaze me. I know too little about the limits of what is possible.
Why are you giving me that look? I'm back. The panacea works. No traces of the disease left, it seems. So time for me to retire then. But I'm not going down without a fight. How much tissue did you manage to obtain? Laughably little. The foreman only gave me enough to hold in my cupped hands. I've been told a lot about the abattoir, you know. The more I study this town, the more it feels like the steppe beliefs are important. Every source needs to be spoken to in its own tongue. Every source needs to be asked questions it can answer. I agree. Tell me, would you like to preserve this town? I would. I grew up here. My father is buried here. My name is respected here. Listen, Artemy Brock. Come back in a while. Tomorrow, perhaps. I might have something interesting to tell you then. If we manage without your help, without their help, yes, it'll be a true miracle. Then I'll be able to return with my head held high. But now I need to think. Okay, I'll come back later. Okay, so that was that extra silly quest. It was called Testing the Panacea. The Panacea works. If only I had more of this extraordinary blood, then I might have saved the whole town. Perhaps it's not too late. I usually just skip this one because it's not important. You don't get anything for doing it. You just use a Panacea and it's worthless. So, yeah. So I'm not going to save that I even did that. So, yes. I'm not familiar with Aglia as an English name. It probably has an English equivalent that I'm uncertain of. I could look into it. Report back for the next stream or post it on the Discord or something. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching your clip, and I probably should go and feed my pup before he starts screaming again, so I had fun playing through and mentioning a bunch of video game references. I'm looking forward to playing both Lisa and the cat lady at some point. The cat lady probably won't take that long to get through. It's not a super long game, but I could see the Lisa games taking a long time to get through. I remember the first one having quite a bit of wandering to do, so I don't know how you would consider certain parts of it, but yeah, that'll be an interesting playthrough for sure. Bizarre game. But yeah, thanks for tuning in as always. Love the discussion. Makes playing the game that much better. And doing extra side quests that I don't like to do is good every once in a while too, just to remember what they're like and why I don't do them. So yeah, everything's much shorter than Pathologic. But yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging around. It's always a good time. I will look up what some English speaking like name equivalents for Aglaia are, and I might start Lisa on Thursday or this weekend, depending on what time looks like for certain things. I might have a couple things to do this weekend, but I should have some time, or I'll just stay up late or something like that to play them. So maybe we can get a timetable to see when, if there's like a preferred time that everybody would want to play, and we could start then. That might be easier. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Kind of coordinate on the Discord a little bit. I'm gonna do the original because I know I played the original a long time ago, but I don't really remember much of it. So I would like to start with the original and then get to the sequel and some of the other like fan games and all kinds of silliness. So I think that'll just be some other amount of streaming, maybe on days when I can't remember or can't think of what I want to do with RPG Maker. I'll just do some streaming in Lisa instead. And then I don't know if I will take a break from Pathologic to play the Cat Lady, or if I'll wait till afterward, or just play a whole bunch of games all in a bunch of days. But we'll definitely fit that in at some point. We don't have too much Pathologic left, but we kind of do, so oh, that's good to know. I'm definitely looking forward to playing those, because I remember the original being pretty, a lot of the story was inferred rather than there, so hearing that the sequels, or at least the one sequel, has some good writing and gameplay is good to hear. Pathologic forever, yeah. It kind of does feel like Pathologic goes on forever sometimes. We are getting through it. We're quite considerably through it by now. We've played almost 21 days of it, so yeah, that's pretty significant. We're over halfway though, so that's pretty considerable. It's basically only an 11-day game, but the 12th day I'll probably do all three day 12s in the same go. Oh yeah, I bet. I'm looking forward to seeing what they did with the story for the sequel, since the original was kind of sparse. But yeah, based on what I've seen of the original and remember of it, I bet it's pretty disturbing, so we're really in for something. But yeah, my pup is starting to really get worked up, so I am going to, as worked up as he gets. He's pretty tame, pretty calm, but he's hungry, so I'm gonna go feed him now. So yeah, we will get to that shortly. I will figure out a time when I like a couple days when I have extra time, like Thursday or this weekend, and we'll start it up. I could replace the RPG Maker section for a while with Lisa, so the cat lady will be harder to fit in, depending on if I take a break from Pathologic or just stack a bunch of gameplay in a day, or just do a whole cat lady day, or maybe 2 days to try and knock it out. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We can do some more coordination, but I'm gonna go run and feed the pup, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time.